Right, hello everybody, just a very quick intro to this video. This one is on leadchess.org. I played in the 40th Lead Chess Mega 18 battle for Team Kingscrusher a few days ago. So I'm just going to include one of the games from this. Individually I was 363rd out of 2,600 players, but I actually missed the first half hour. I played 1.5 hours. It's a 2-hour event and it's 2 minutes with a 1-second increment. So it's actually bullet, but you have to play it like a blitz game. I'm really not used to playing with increment at all, so I never do very well when we have increment. I'm just not accustomed to it, don't practice with it. So this is how the team got on. The way this team battle works is anybody can play for any of the teams. Whoever end up being the top 20 scores for each team, you add all their points together. That's what all of these are there, and that makes the team's overall score. And the team came 9th out of 194 teams, so that's very good. Despite missing half an hour, I was one of the top 20 scores for the team, 13th, 35 points there, so that's pretty good. And individually, if I click on myself here, you can see my actual results there. So my rating at the start was about 2201. I think I actually lost rating points in this event. You can see by opponent's rating, the game that my opponent, that strongest opponent I beat by rating, was this game here. So that's the one I'm going to include after this intro, just to put the game in. And I think I finished with, what was it, 12 wins, 1 draw and 10 losses, so +2 score. But my average opponent 1900, a little bit below me, but still very good at the level that I play at, not that big a difference. So this game I'm going to include afterwards. Actually, I'll just quickly flick through it now. I've put it through the analyzer. With the Lead Chess Analyzer, you get an average centre pawn loss, so it's a little bit more difficult to understand than chess.com's, where you just get a percentage score, where obviously it's a little bit easier to understand what it means. You get a nice graph there, so you can see white was actually better here, and then it's completely changed here. So I'll just quickly flick through the game if anybody wants to see what happened without having to watch the game in real time. But this is the one I'm going to include in real time, so you can see these symbols where the blunders are and so forth. So a game of mistakes, some interesting moves. I managed to convert this one to the win, and this is just what chess is like at amateur level. See, I've managed to win my opponent's queen there, but you're still not an easy position to easily convert. And you can see, by the way, our clocks are here. Eventually I've managed to break through, as you can see. So this is a game that's coming up. Slightly scary around the king there, but I think I was alright. And this is how I managed to finish it. And then, so that one's coming up shortly. The one game I lost by my opponent's rating, the worst one, was this one, and it's only after the event, when I'm looking back through, I realised my opponent actually hung a queen in this one. I just simply didn't see it, otherwise I should have won that game. But when you check my opponent's profile, you see 1629, that is their bullet rating, but they're actually over 2100 in blitz. So you can click on anybody's there, you can actually click on there and you can go and look at everybody's games. You can do this with mine on Lead Chess if you wish to. So I'll just quickly flick through this one as well. So these are the games which can be a little bit annoying after the event sometimes, when you realise your opponent makes a mistake and you simply don't see it, and then you end up losing the game. I say 2 minutes plus 1 second increment. It's more like a blitz game, but it's your bullet rating, so it's slightly deceptive here. And you can see here, this is the move. I shouldn't have done that. That's a blunder I caught on the computer. My opponent simply didn't see it, and I didn't see it, the fact that the queens are connected there. And I just grabbed a pawn, could have taken the queen, and ended up losing the game. I simply didn't see it, and then in this position, I could have just remained solid here. Connected my 2 rooks, eaten that pawn up, and it should have been a draw, and I managed to find a way to mess it up. So I'm just going to quickly flick through this. So again, not the best endgame technique, and that was the mistake, hanging a rook. Yeah, and obviously I just didn't see that. Obviously if I'd have put the rook behind, collected that pawn, I'd have been fine. So well done to my opponent for that one. So now I will just play this game through in real time, and thank you everybody for watching. Roll 1, good luck. Coming over. Again, let's not give that immediate sack there. If he comes again, I'll go here. I'm going to go here. If he takes, I'll take here. Now I'm going to push. I'm going to trade something. He's got this. So I guess we have to go here and here. Knight across is a bit of an annoyance, but I can hit the knight at least. Nice move. Gain a knight. He'll take the light bishop, but if he does, I've got queen in, haven't I? Isn't that just going to be a bit of a problem for him? Yeah, I check and bishop blocks I just take here. And that's a bit of a problem. Oh, he sacked his queen. Now that I didn't expect. Okay. If he moves the rook, I can collect the pawn. Okay, let's get back and hope he doesn't have enough material to blow me off the board here, because he actually might. Ooh, that's a slight problem as well, isn't it? I'm going to try and push here to close his bishop. Yes, he has got enough here, hasn't he? Oh, crikey, what the heck have I done to this? What the heck have I done here? Let's go back and hit the rook and threaten a check. I'm going to push this pawn. I'm actually in danger of losing this now. That's unbelievable. Actually, if he takes here, I take the f pawn. If he blocks, I check here, right? No, I'll take the free bishop. Free bishop. My instincts are telling me to take there. Might be a mistake. Oh, another free pawn. Now I can try and cut his bishop out of the game, I hope. Yeah, if the rook comes forward anyway, I've checked here, but if I can restrict his bishop, it's a lot easier to play. I was probably losing this and he's just misplayed it, I think. Oops. I have to go there. Yeah, if he takes here, I think I'm fine. I'm going to be a straight rook up. Or am I? Let's make sure I can take with the rook and bail out. Yeah, I think this is alright. Just take with the rook. I just take with the rook and run the king. Now he can't go on that side and it's checkmate. Poof.